guys? This is TableTopVibes, and today we're taking a look at Voidpilot Legacy. Okay, and so this is a solo board game. I don't do very many solo board games, so I'm super excited to be able to dive into this new realm or space. And so this is a super fun solo game. Very hard, not very hard, but it's hard for me because there's dice rolling involved. So let me give you a little bit of flavor text really quick, and then we'll jump in. Voidpilot Legacy is a spacefaring adventure set in the universe of the Chronicles of the Stellar Drive Empire. You are a Voidpilot, the captain of your own starship operating outside of the Empire space known as the Void. You and your crew are setting out to make a name for yourself, making a living, mining for ore, salvaging derelict vessels, or finding odd jobs on colony worlds, run cargo, or even smuggle illegal goods to fund your endeavors, upgrade your ship at shipyards, or make use of traveling merchants and industrial ships to convert your resources. Be careful, the Imperial authority still lurks out there along with the pirates for every situation. And so that's kind of like the overview. You're literally in space. You get to pick your own ship. There's a couple different ships. I played as the Valkyrie ship because I just thought it was really cool. And I like Valkyries. And so you have your hull points, which is your health. So you have a little die to track that. Obviously, if you go to 0, you are then dead. But the whole main concept is you're doing these runs, and like you have to try to get through 8 runs, which like I always just think of like Star Wars, like the Kessel Run. I don't know why my mind goes there, but that's what I think of when I'm playing this game. You got these run cards, and so depending on what run you're on, 1 or 2, 3 through 6, or 7 and 8, there's different pirates and different cards that you draw for combat for each section. Obviously, they get harder as you get farther into the run and you get farther and darker down into space, right? And so there's a bunch of different cards you can buy. You have loot cards that are out there in like a market. You can get an outpost and things. You can upgrade your cards and your ship, attaching and equipping different kind of gear to make your life better in the open void, because it is a rough world out there. The Imperials are out there looking for you, the pirates are out there doing what they do, and then now you are out there. You could also become wanted or unwanted, which means smuggling contraband is going to be really hard, because if the Imperials pull you over and you're wanted or you have contraband, well, that's not going to bode well for you. You then have an event deck, which part's really cool. You draw 2, one off the top, which is your primary, and the second one, which is, you guessed it, the secondary. And it also gives you the ability to peer to the third one, or the one that's coming later, and then you get to pick primary or secondary and which one you want to do. They have a bunch of different options. Most of it is going to be rolling a dice, and then on certain successes, you make success. If you don't make it, you have the bad thing that happens. If you don't make it, you can also spend your resources. There's these like cues in the game, yellow and red, and you can spend these different resources to essentially get out of things, buy things, upgrade things. And so it is just like you're literally managing your own ship in the void, right? And trying to navigate and fly through and make it through all these different essentially jobs, runs, and you're trying to like make sure that you survive. Okay, the cool part is your ship has a bunch of different components or modules. You got the reactor module, an upgrade generator, use power that various ship's systems. So this is how you kind of like spend all of your you have like tokens on it, you're going to spend them to do various things. You have shields, everybody needs shields. This is critical for fighting pirates and or trying to flee from the authorities. Engines, super helpful. Depending on how many power you have on here, it does other things, which is really cool. And then these cards are all upgradable. So each side flips over and gives you another aspect of like the game. So even the events, they can be flipped over. They have an orientation, which way to set it all up. And then certain cards literally upgrade as you're going along. Life support, how many people you can carry on your ship, your crew. They can be taken out, and you can also gain more crew. When I played, I roll terribly all the time. So I honestly lost like a bunch of times. And so my crew was usually the first to go. Sorry guys, you didn't hack it, or I was a bad captain. Whichever. You have basic lasers. You can also upgrade these. These are very helpful, right? You're fighting in space against pirates and authorities, and you want to try to survive. You need lasers. Diplomacy only gets you so far, right? And then you have utilities. That's a transisting power, and they have cool areas where you can upgrade this stuff as well. And then you got the stellar drive, which is cool. You start on round 1, you flip it over to 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're doing all these runs to get to 8 to hopefully, well, survive and win. So it is a blast of a game. Again, you can pick different ships, you can try it all over again, you can pick different events in different orders. Obviously, as you get farther into it, like I stated, it gets harder. Different ships have different health points and different abilities, and so you can kind of test your might or your skills as a space faring captain, and see how far you can get in the, it's not a Kessel run, but it is the Voidfall run, in my opinion. And so this game is coming to Kickstarter October 1st. It is going to be a blast if you love solo player games, if you love space. And this is a great, it's small, as you can see, very compact. The box is very compact. This is travel size, which means that you can bring it wherever because it's portable. And so obviously solo games, that's the whole point. You want to be able to play this, well, obviously by yourself, and bring it wherever you want to then have that experience wherever you are. A fun fact with this is, like, where would you want to play a space game at if you can play anywhere in the world? Space station maybe, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, it's super cool. It's coming out very soon here. Keep a lookout for it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment on your favorite solo player game. I don't solo play very often. I apologize, but I did solo play a bunch of times for this, which is great. I played Solus Lost. That's really fun. I also soloed Dune Imperium. It does have a great app for that. And then I played Voidpilot Legacies. And that's the, I think that's, oh, and I did one other game. I don't remember what it's called, but it was also Space. Space Mountain, I think is what it's called. But yeah, playing solo is a blast, especially when your board game group ditches out, or when you just want to play a game and you don't want it to take forever. This is your game. It plays pretty quickly, it's easy to understand, and it has lots of depth, which is always a good thing, and replayability because you can pick different ships, you can pick different events in order. Those events can be like switch sides, you can upgrade your ship, fight different pirates, you can get a pet. If you kill the pirate lord, you can get a pet, which is a blast. Who doesn't want a pet in space? So again, it's a blast. Check it out. Voidpilot Legacies, coming soon. As always, I'm TabletopVibes. We'll check you next time.